Hey, what's going on YouTube? It's Ram Team Arsenal back with another video, and as you can see, we're in the lab like quick fix today because we're working on a Tri-Brigade hero deck profile for you guys. This is post BODE, keep that in mind. And before we get into it, remember to like, share, comment, subscribe, tell your friends about us. As you can see in the video before this, the time recording this video, we just had a 200 subscriber giveaway. So if you want to be in the next one at 250, 300, etc., make sure you subscribe, tell your friends about us, and make sure you comment so you can get entered. So now, without further ado, let's get into the deck profile. I see it's a little jumbled up, a little weird here, so we're just going to go try to work our way through it. We'll start with the hand traps. We're playing triple Ash, triple Drone Lockbird, triple Nibiru, and triple Infinite Impermanence. Now, I chose these hand traps, starting off with the Ash because it's the most generic hand trap in the game. It tries to cover everything in the game, so that's why we play it. Drone Lockbird is more so targeted towards the Flunderies, Drytrons, etc. Nibiru is for combo decks, but though honestly by itself, it should not in a good player's turn, because that's how most of these decks run nowadays. You probably need this with plus an Infinite Permanence or something like that to basically end your opponent's turn. But a lot of combo decks, that's why we're playing this. And we chose triple Infinite Permanence over the Gamma package because we need the extra deck space for our Verte and our Enforcer instead of Lambda and Omega, on top of the fact of if you know how to write setup with that, the Gamma and Driver will get one good use out of it, and then you got two bricks in your deck for the rest of the game. Also, I do not like seeing Driver in hand. Driver in hand just gets on my nerves. So yeah. Now moving on to the actual monsters in the deck. We're playing one Celestial and one Dasher for the hero package. That's why we also play the triple Fusion Destiny. This is to get us into our Phoenix Enforcer. Now what I like about this package is the fact that it's not a brick whatsoever like the Dragoon package, because it requires two normal monsters, excuse me, and this actually gives you follow-up. With Dasher, when it's in the graveyard, if you draw a monster card for a turn, you can reveal it, special summon it, and then for Celestial, you can banish itself another instant hero in the graveyard while you have no cards in your hand and draw two cards. So these two being in the graveyard actually help you with your plays. So now moving on to the Tri-Brigades. We have first the Honorary Tri-Brigade and Rescue Cat. One of the most busted normal summons in the game right now. Triple Fractal, double Karaz, triple Kit, and triple Nerval. Now, we were originally playing 3 of everything, but the Karaz by itself, I realized it's a really bad brick. So we tried to keep it at 2. And we keep it at 2 for the fact that, we still play the Rescue Cat, so we need to have the, the actual materials to make this very live for ourselves. So moving on to the spells, we play one Call by the Grave, one Tinky, one Foolish Burial, triple Droplet, and we already covered the triple Fusion Destiny. Now we play, I should explain Call by the Grave, Tinky, and Foolish, but we play the Droplet as a answer to like combo decks. Like if we don't open up a bunch of hand traps, or we don't open up a mini hand trap, this is a good 6 card to go into. If you draw for turn, you can just Droplet the board. Also considering Dark Rule no more, since it won't cause you to have to discard cards, but this is like a quick play, so that's why I play it. But you also can switch this out for the Cross-Out Designators if you're looking for more of a budget option on that one. So yeah, keep that in mind. And you also could do Pot of Desires for draw power, but I wouldn't really recommend that one, consider how you have to, risk banishing your Celestial and your Dasher. So that's just a thought. So yeah. And then for our traps, we already explained Infinite Impermanence, and then we also play triple Revolt because you would like to open up a Revolt plus a starter piece. One combo I'm going to show you guys is Rescue Cat plus Revolt, which gets you into a double Dragon Lords, your Enforcer, plus a Revolt. So yeah, that's pretty good. So moving on to the extra deck, let's start with the Tri-Brigade package. We're playing double Omen, double Rugal, double Baron Blossom, and double Bear Broom. Now I was originally playing 3 Farigit, which is the Baron Blossom, and 1 Rugal, but I prefer to have the second Rugal as a follow-up because you do burn those engine pretty quickly. I noticed if you don't play it correctly, so sometimes you can get punished for that. I'm just trying to play it safe with the punishment. And then for the non-Tri-Brigades, we're playing one Omirage, one Verte, that's for the Destiny Hero package, one Doom Eagle, one Appaloosa, one Dragon Lords, one Axis Code Talker, and one Phoenix Enforcer. So now moving to the side deck, we play double Lancia because Tri-Brigade is still a thing. You have to deal with Sword Soul, decks like that. So I'm thinking about I might do 2-2-2, like rule of 2 for the hand traps. So I actually get fit the Lancia in there and might go across our designator instead of Droplet. But it's things I'm tinkering with. Like this is the very first build of the deck that I've been working on. So yeah, hopefully you guys can help me out with it. And then we're also playing triple Cosmic because we do not want to deal with back row, especially Outlich. Or instead of destroying it, we'd rather just get rid of it so it doesn't recur. We're playing triple Crossout Designator. My plan right now is to side this in when I go first and take out the droplets. So that way it makes it more viable. And then we also can, like I said, do 2 of each hand trap. We also play triple Lightning Storm just to break boards. We'll help with breaking boards because this plus droplet is pretty insane. So yeah. And then we also have triple Tactics Talent. Now, my plan right now is like to side in when I go first, side in triple Crossout and double Tactics Talent to take out the droplets and some hand traps. So that way we actually can play the game going first more efficiently and have to deal with less of interruptions from our opponent. And if we do, we actually have follow-up. And then we also side IO and Red Reboot. Now the IO is it's there because like our spells we could play without them, though we prefer not to. But if it's a win button against other decks, then why not? And then Red Reboot is basically the same way when we go second. So that's the deck profile. Now we're gonna get into one combo, and I'm gonna do probably 2 test hands for you guys. All right, guys, here's the combo for you guys: Cat plus Revolt. So we'll start off obviously with the Cat. Activate Cat effect. Cat will then get your Kit and your Karas. Link those 2 away into your Farragut. Kit will activate to dump Nervall. Nervall will then search for Fractal. And then we use Farragut effect to summon out the Fractal. Then Fractal effect, banishing Cat and Karas will be actually added to hand by accident to summon out your double Dragon Lords. Then link away the Farragut and the Fractal into a Verte. Now here you could do the Farragut effect if you want to, if you have the cards in hand, because keep in mind this is just with 2 cards. You have 3 other cards in hand you have not used. But it's optional. Then from here we go Verte, pay 2,000, dumping the Fusion Destiny, dumping the Celestial, and dumping the Dasher to summon out our Phoenix Enforcer. And then we'll set Revolt. So basically for your opponent's turn, they have to get through your Dragon Lords, which you can send, the Verte away to do this effect. Then you have to deal with the pop from Enforcer and the Revolt, which then by itself is going to get you back so much advantage. And keep in mind, you only use 2 cards in your hand, so you have 3 other cards to play with. So yep, that's the combo that I have for you guys right now. So we're going to move into test hands. Alright guys, test hand number 1 will be going first for this one. And as you know, we always do on this channel, we always reset the first hand. And opening hand is Celestial, Rescue Cat, Tinky, Kit, and Drone Lockbird. So this hand is a little interesting, but it's going to be fine. Like for example, if they stop our Rescue Cat normal summon, we can still go and search our Karas to pitch the Kit to keep our plays going. The Celestial being in hand it kind of sucks, but I mean it's not like the end of the world right now. So we're going to go ahead, stand by main, and we'll just do the Kit. Well, not the Kit, the Cat, and we'll just play as if we don't have any disruptions from our opponent. So from this one, we go ahead and activate the Cat, send Cat to the graveyard, special out a Kit and a Karas. I always put in defense because we play around Lightning Storm. So these won't be there long before your Lightning Storm anyway, but then link these away for our Farragut. Kit would trigger to then dump a Nervall to grave. And then from Nervall, we can either, right now, we can add the Karas and play through the Karas, or we can get the Fractal. I would say right now let's get the Karas one. The reason we're getting the Karas is because it protects us from actually having to use our Farragut for an effect. Like we don't want to get like Gammering like that and basically just end our turn right then and there. So we'll play it safe and not use the Farragut effect. Instead, we're just gonna dump the kit from hand, do something like the Karas in defense. Then we can go ahead and use the Karas effect. We can banish. Let's banish the cat and the kit. Banish cat and kit to go into our Baron or Bearbrum, excuse me. All right, cool. Now from here, we could link all these away for an app, right? Which I might do. Like I said, I'm not a professional Tri-Brigade player or anything like that, but I'm thinking, well, what's the most optimal play here? But I also would prefer the safe play as well. But I'm thinking we just go for the app for 3, and then revolt. So we got an app for 3. Let's put the counters on here so we can keep in mind it's for 3. Oop. Okay, there we go. And then the way we'll do our chain is we'll chain link 1, the Bearbrum, chain link 2, the Farragut. So if they do have like an action like that or any hand trick they might want to use right now, it will have to go for the Farragut, which is just basically a draw and put back. So we'll draw a card, which is Revolt. That's pretty good. And we'll put back the Celestial. And then I guess we'll just search another Revolt because they don't know we have 2 Revolts. So we'll add Revolt to hand. And then from here, you either can put back the Tinky, which means, why would you put back Follow? Or you can put back the Revolt. Keep the Drone Lock because it's a disruption. So we'll put the second Revolt back to the deck. So now we're going to set this. Now I said this is a safe play. If we want to, we could go all out and you can special off the Farragut and then use the Karas to follow up from there, because then you would end up with a double Dragon Lords plus the Appaloosa plus the Revolt. But I just want to play it safe. So we have follow up and everything. So we have Revolt plus app. That's a safe play plus a Tinky still in hand. So yeah. Doesn't look like much, but this will be able to play through this will be able to play through a plethora of hand traps and everything, because like I said, we had the Karas with the fractal setup, and then we had the Rescue Cat to begin with. So, and even if they stopped us, we could still go into our Verte before Bearbrum. Because if we couldn't get into Bearbrum, it's fine. Go into Verte. Verte gets you Fusion Destiny, which then go into Phoenix Enforcer. So yeah. So that's test hand number 1, guys. All right, guys. Test hand number 2. This time we'll be going second. So as always, reset. All right, opening hand. On our opponent's turn, we have Karas, Infinite Permanence, Nervall, Revolt, and Fusion Destiny. Okay, so it sucks that we only have 1 disruption on our opponent's turn, but if you know what you're playing against and know where to stop your opponent, like with the Infinite Permanence, as far as maybe Tri-Brigades, you just have to, when they commit to normal summon, actually attempt to Infinite Permanence as a cat. If it's a cat, then you just oofy poofy on that one. But just try to slow down the normal summon or hinder them in that way, but they might have follow-ups to that. Because like most likely, Infinite Permanence is not going to stop the better decks in the game. Like Infinite Permanence against maybe Drytrons, you would probably have to target the Diviner or the actual Link 2. But not Link 2, not Link 2, the Exceed. The Exceed 2. Their new Exceed. You would probably have to target that, but the point of the matter is, I don't think this is going to actually end our opponent's turn unless you hit them in a very crucial spot. But we'll say we use the Infinite Permanence on their turn, and then for our turn, we draw into a cat. Okay, cool. So standby main. Here, you could just go for straight for the cat, attempt to bait them out. So let's say we go for cat, and we attempt to use the cat's effect, but they stop us on that. that is fine because now you still have Karaz plus Nerval, and you also have the Fusion Destiny. So what we can do is pitch the Nerval. I don't know why I said it like that. In the Nerval, special out the Karaz, and Nerve with search. In this case, we'll search for our Fractal. Cool. And then you can do Fractal's effect, dump it, and then from here you can dump the kit until you actually have more fodder in graveyard. Because even if they stop you from actually, banishing and summoning, you still have the Revolt set up. That's how we're basically going to play this one. So we'll dump the kit. Then we'll dump the kit, not put it in your hand. Dump the kit, and then we can dump the Karaz off of it. Like, cause we're trying to bait a hand trap or something. Just bait as many hand traps as you can off of this. Because you won't be able to kill them this turn. That's fine if they stop all of this. But the follow up is what matters. The disruptions on their turn is what matters. So we'll put that all in the grave. And let's say we try to do our Karaz and try to banish. I want to say let's banish 4 and just try to go for the Omen. So yeah, because I really want them to actually, take this as me trying to disrupt them. So let's say we banish 4 to attempt to summon out Omen, and they just stop us right there. Okay, that's cool. Now we activate our Fusion Destiny, and then this is where we'll dump the Celestial and the Dasher. To the grave. And summon out our Enforcer. Alright, cool. So now for our opponent's turn, well, we aren't pass it back to them yet because we're actually going to try to go on the battle phase and break the board a little bit. But on their turn, we'll be fine because we still have the Enforcer, plus we'll have Revolt. So it's not like they're going to automatically kill us. They actually have to work for it. But usually this should be enough to break a board, to be honest, depending on the board. Like maybe against Drytrons, if they have their super uber duper omega combo of like 5 negates, then you probably just have to pass that one up. But Infinite Permanent, if you hit them in the right spot, you should be able to take away a couple of those negates. But yeah, basically what you would do is you try to go into battle phase, break the board a little bit, and then you will attempt to do Enforcer's effect to pop a card. And then when it's in the graveyard, you can activate its effect, special summon it from the graveyard during the standby of the next turn. So you will actually try to pop one of their cards and everything like that. And then on main phase 2, let's say go to battle phase swing, and then main phase 2 after the pop and everything like that, you will set the Revolt. Because now that sets you up for next turn for a pop through Enforcer and a banish through Omen. So yeah. So guys, that's gonna wrap it up for this one. Remember to like, share, comment, subscribe. Tell your friends about it, and also give me suggestions or what things I can correct or fix in the comments below, like you guys did in the last video. I really appreciate that because I'm learning the deck, but I thought this was pretty cool. Something I saw in the OCG that I might want to try out here. Though unfortunately, we don't have really the optimal build, which is the zoo package and everything included. But yeah, it's been Ram from Team Arsenal signing out. Peace and have a great day.
Hi guys, it's Bunny from Team Arsenal. As always, thank you for watching our videos, and always remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Thank you guys. Bye.